We're going to get into an old school rendition of 1 Minute Man. Nick, if you could actually do me the honors of timing me.
Yep, got it.
We'll see how this goes. The original idea for 1 Minute Man, I've explained it a couple times here on the podcast. 1 Minute Man has become this meteoric rise for me on Instagram with these daily videos where it was supposed to be, a quick 1 minute recap of the biggest news of the day, but I, being a loudmouth idiot New Yorker, cannot limit myself to 60 seconds, so I go way over time. But the original concept was we would pick 10 topics going around in the world today, headline news, current events, 10 topics, 60 seconds each for a 10-minute subject, 10-minute segment. So we're going to try that here today, old school style. 10 topics on the clock. When I say go, you hit the clock. Topic number 1, the TikTok drama. Hit it, Nick. I can't do the TikTok drama anymore. I used to do it. It's another edition of KFC from, what did I say? I would say, it's an update from the TikTok world for the people of age 25 who don't really care about TikTok, but secretly kind of want to know what's going on without having to sign up for it, dive in too deep, because that would be embarrassing, but they don't be lame and not know what's going on. So here's the scoop. I would try to do it in an ironic way to be funny. I just can't do it anymore. We got this guy cheating with this girl cheating on this guy, and the friends are upset, and I start to realize I'm listening to teenagers talk like they're on the playground. This girl went on Alex Cooper's podcast. She says, I just found out that Jaden likes Nessa. Likes Nessa. That's like quite literally what you say when you're 13 years old. And I just can't do it anymore as a 36-year-old. Maybe it's because I got age dysmorphia, or maybe it's just because I'm aging appropriately. I know these people are millionaires. I know their demographic is huge. I know that plenty of people do care about it. When you got the commenters on the internet being like, who cares? I'll tell you who cares. Millions of people. But me and anyone my age shouldn't care.
Go.
Bam! 60 seconds on the clock. Number 2, Maitland Ward from Boy Meets World. Hit it. Maitland Ward, you know her from Boy Meets World. She was the redhead who she dated Eric, the older brother, for a little bit, right? There was that weird dynamic. There was that weird situation where she was living with them. They're supposed to be platonic roommates. What the fuck was that about? Maitland went into porn and now is saying that porn has opened up more doors for her and given her a legit acting career than she ever would have had. So she was like, I could have just been this child actress, not even child actress, but older, college age, done Boy Meets World, did the cult classic sitcom, and then flamed out. Instead, she decides to do a little fucky on camera, gets her name back out there, and now she's saying she's being approached by legitimate producers and directors who want to do real stuff. So, boom, chalk one up for the porn world. Because nowadays, when you got OnlyFans and a lot of more risque shit is allowed, I think that you could use it to your benefit. So yeah, you could have been a flame-out child star, but instead you fuck on camera for some money, and now you got yourself a whole new acting career. Boom! Topic number 3. Speaking of, we got Holly Madison from what was that called? From Girls Next Door. Hit it. Holly Madison back when on E! or Bravo, it was that show where Hugh Hefner lived with all his playmates, and he had those 3 main bottom bitches. But Holly Madison was the bottom bitch. She was the main girlfriend. And she went on, was that Call Her Daddy? Yeah, she went on Call Her Daddy as well. So Alex Cooper, once again, just running wild in the podcast world with a sit-down interview with her, where she said, yeah, can you imagine having sex with this old man in a room full of people watching you, and all those people actually hate you? Woo! That was a weird setup that, if you think about it, nowadays would never work. If you had one old dude who lived with a stable of women and they all had to fuck him and he was paying for their lives, I'm all down with the sugar daddy world. I'm all down for that consensual exchange of money for sex and all that. Fine, that's all good. But the fact that they were just doing it on television like that, and Holly Madison was subjected to fucking Hugh Hefner for his money with people with her, wild. Topic number 4. Making a Murderer. Hit it. Making a Murderer. The producers for Making a Murderer says that they have new evidence that could potentially prove that Stephen Avery didn't do it. I don't know about you. There was never a single moment that I didn't think Stephen Avery was the murderer. I know Making a Murderer came after The Jinx, and everyone was on that true crime tip, give me more, and they wanted it to be controversial, we got the wrong guy. Stephen Avery fucking did that shit. Brendan Dassey was involved, but he, don't have the brains for it, so I kind of let him slide. He's too dumb to be a murderer. Stephen Avery fucking did it. and I don't care what evidence he has. I need to see like actual evidence of someone else on camera committing the murder, because otherwise there is nothing circumstantial you could ever tell me that might convince me that Stephen Avery didn't do that shit. Absolutely did it. So we'll see what you got, but Stephen Avery did that shit, and I never doubted it for a second. Continuing with True Crime here, episode 2 of the Case podcast. You can hit it. Episode 2 of the Case podcast from Kirk Minahan is out right now. They went down to South Carolina. Episode 2 is about faith. So this podcast is the story of, starts with a story in Brockton, Massachusetts, of Jennifer Fay, a girl who went missing in 1989. Episode 2, we leave Brockton, we travel all the way down to South Carolina, where we think that a girl who disappeared just a couple years ago is linked to the kidnapping in 1989. Kirk Minahan put out one clip to promote the podcast, and they named a person of interest because there was a dude who lived in Brockton, who now lives in that town in South Carolina, linked to both of those girls who both have gone missing. If Kirk Minahan solves a cold case that involves the disappearance and unfortunate probably 2 murders of separate girls, we will never hear the end of it. Kirk Minahan will be running up the score, having a victory lap for the next 30 years himself. Topic number 5, I think we're on. Speaking of police, hit it. Speaking of police activity and solving crimes, the NYPD has rolled out robot dogs. Police dogs. They look exactly like the Boston Dynamic dogs that like kind of run around on their tiptoes, little robots. Well, the NYPD, I guess, has officially put them into the force. We saw a video the other day of them doing a perp walk or something to the effect. I think they were walking around a school maybe, and they had officers walking around with this police dog. Now, I know every time the world's like, oh my God, this is the beginning of the end. Terminator 2, they're going to become self-aware, and these robot dogs are going to like kill us. I don't know. All I've ever seen the robot dogs do is bounce around on their toes. You know what's funny? They even had a clip of the robot dog laying down, like as if the robot dog needs to rest. You don't need to rest, dude. You're a robot. Forget about the police activity. What I'm interested in is this police dog that was peeing beer. They loaded the robot dog up with some beer, and then it looked like it was peeing, but it was just filling up your cup. That's the kind of robot dogs I need. I don't need them doing police work for me. I want you to bring me a beer. Give me the robot dogs that can give me a cold one. Topic number 6, Grimes. That's Elon Musk's girl. You can hit it. Elon Musk's girl she's a singer, rapper, and overall crazy person because she's married to or involved with Elon Musk. They're the ones that had that baby named AX13 Neon or some shit like that. Has a back tattoo full of alien scars, she's calling it. It honestly looks like someone like has whipped her. And it has like this intricate web of what looks like thick scars that she's calling alien scars. And I just can't even understand how fucking wacky life with Elon Musk and Grimes and AE13 Neon must be. Just think about what like a daily conversation is with Elon and Grimes. Where she just comes home, she's like, pop the top. She's like, hey, baby, look at my alien scars. And Elon's probably like, yeah, I'm going to give you the real ones next because we are aliens. Just a fucking wacky couple all over the place. Topic number 7, Trevor Bauer. What an asshole. Trevor Bauer had a couple of his balls removed. Baseballs removed from the game the other day because it looked like they had like illegal substances on them to some effect like that. Ken Rosenthal reports it. Ken Rosenthal, everybody's favorite little pint-sized baseball journalist. The guy is the real deal. One of the most respected, writers in the game. Maybe the only one I respect. See that Verducci article about Jacob deGrom? Kick fucking rocks, Verducci. But Trevor Bauer went on to call Ken Rosenthal like a hack blogger, and it's all fake journalism. It's like, dude, you are the guiltiest man in America, just rattling off these tweets, yelling at nobody because, you're getting caught, bro. You like to do like shady, weird shit, and you got caught, and now you're doing your regular shtick on the internet where it's very clear that you're thin-skinned and can't handle the accusations. And so now you're trying to deflect onto Ken Rosenthal and call him names, when the reality is it's you. You're a shady little fucker, and everyone knows it. Where are we at? 8? Topic 8? I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's go with topic number 9 here. Very popular blogger in New York came out to the world. I'm talking about me on the Out and About pod, where I planted a fat, juicy kiss on the lips of Joey Camasta. He's from Snooki's podcast. So I went on Out and About with Pat, and me and Joey, we kissed, okay? And I had a passionate moment with Joseph, and the funniest reaction of all, I mean, how many people did you see immediately tweeting Feidelberg?
Just immediately.
I mean, just a flood of people being like, what the fuck is this? Like, at Feidelberg. I can't believe you're cheating on Feidelberg. Like, I thought your first kiss was going to be with Fights. Who says we haven't kissed, by the way? But just one of those moments that made me take a step back and be like, oh, wait a minute. Boy, we've really been leading into this quote-unquote joke for quite a long time here. Let me tell you something. There's two guys in this world that I've kissed. One guy is like my absolute best friend in the fucking world, who he's, like I told you, he's one of these metro super kind of gay guys. I kiss him, and then the other guy is random Joey. Only hung out with him a couple times. The most flamboyant gay guy in the world. Planted one on him right there. How about Joey having not had sex with someone in 6 years?
I was shocked by that. The stories that he's told on KFC Radio are aggressive.
But I guess when you think about it, it's always stories about him and like his dildo and never anybody else. Snooki quote tweeted me saying, "Oh my God, you're his first kiss in 5 years." I was like, okay, what a weird world we're living in. Topic number 10, wrapping up here. Which, by the way, impressive job. I mean, 1 minute each topic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my most concise appearance ever. DMX. And the world reacting to me and other white people reacting to DMX. It turns out that black people just hate when white people talk about rap. It's one of the craziest phenomenons I've ever seen. And so I asked Josh, our social media guy here. I said to him, dude, real quick. I mean, I kind of know the answer already, but why do black people hate when white people talk about rap? And his answer to me was, black people just hate when white people talk about anything. I was like, yeah, you're right. I get it. But it's one of the strangest phenomenons that I've ever run into. And it kind of ties in nicely to what I was just talking about with nostalgia, because when I look back on like the way I grew up, I fucking love hip hop. I love rap music. I absolutely live it. So if I'm going to talk about DMX, I'm going to talk about him. That's just how it's going to go. Bam, 60 seconds. That was the tightest 10 topic 1 minute man in the history of the fucking world. Shout out to me. Thank you.